Imagine this. You're out enjoying your day in public when, suddenly, a celebrity is attacked right in front of you. The crowd goes wild, security rushes in, and chaos erupts. But what if that celebrity was Kirk Frost? And what if this shocking moment was all caught on camera? Yes, you heard that right. Kirk Frost, the love and hip-hop Atlanta star, found himself in the middle of a terrifying altercation with a fan. Now, the internet is buzzing with questions. What really happened? Who was involved? Could this incident be a sign of something much bigger happening behind the scenes? Stay tuned, because we are breaking down every single detail of this jaw-dropping moment, including exclusive footage, fan reactions, and the surprising aftermath that no one saw coming. Kirk Frost has been a controversial figure in the entertainment world for years, but no one could have prepared him or his fans for what went down recently. What started as a seemingly normal day quickly took a dark turn when an unexpected confrontation escalated into a full-blown attack. And yes, it was all caught on camera. Now, social media is in an uproar. Some are rushing to Kirk's defense, while others are speculating about what really led to the incident. Was this just a random fan gone too far, or is there something deeper going on behind this shocking moment? In today's video, we're going to break down the full footage of the altercation, what it really shows, the aftermath, how Kirk and those around him reacted, and most importantly, the real story behind the attack. If you think you've seen it all, think again, because this is one celebrity showdown you won't believe. Let's start with the hard facts. What exactly went down, and what does the footage actually show? The viral video, which has now been shared all over social media, captures the exact moment when Kirk Frost finds himself in a heated exchange with an angry fan. The clip appears to be shot in a public setting, maybe outside a venue or at an event, when an individual approaches him aggressively. The fan seems to be shouting something, though the words aren't completely clear at first. At first, Kirk seems calm and composed, possibly trying to de-escalate the situation. But as the fan moves in closer, things quickly change. The tension rises, and before anyone knows it, the fan lunges at Kirk. That's when all hell breaks loose. Was this a setup? Some online are questioning whether this was premeditated. Could this fan have been waiting for the perfect moment to ambush Kirk? Or was it self-defense? Others argue that Kirk had every right to react the way he did, considering how aggressively the fan approached him. As the video continues, we see a dramatic shift in Kirk's demeanor. At first, he seems to be trying to brush off the confrontation, but as the fan continues to press him, things start to spiral. According to eyewitnesses, the fan was allegedly shouting something personal at Kirk, something that really hit a nerve. Some reports say it had to do with his relationship with Rasheeda, while others suggest it might have been about his past controversies. Whatever was said, it was enough to push Kirk over the edge. At this point, you can see the tension building. Kirk raises his hand in a defensive gesture, trying to warn the fan to back off. But the fan doesn't back down. In a split second, the fan lunges forward, and that's when things really take a turn. Security rushes in just as the situation reaches its peak. The fan is quickly restrained, but not before things get physical. Kirk, who had been trying to keep his cool, suddenly reacts. Did he throw a punch? Did he push the fan? The footage is a bit grainy, but it's clear that some sort of physical contact happens. Social media exploded with reactions. Some fans claimed that Kirk overreacted, while others insisted he was just protecting himself. As security pulled the fan away, the room was buzzing with shock. People who had been standing nearby were recording every second, and social media was flooded with reactions. Some fans picked sides, while others just wanted to know the truth about what really happened. But things didn't end there. After the fan was escorted out, they didn't back down. Instead, they immediately took to Instagram Live, claiming they were unfairly attacked. They accused Kirk of using his celebrity status to avoid consequences and even hinted that they might press charges. Their bold words added fuel to the fire, and people started wondering if Kirk might face legal trouble over the incident. Meanwhile, Kirk stayed quiet at first, but the pressure on him quickly grew. His Instagram comment section was flooded with demands for a statement. Some defended him, saying he acted in self-defense, while others criticized him, saying that as a public figure, he should have handled things better. Eventually, Kirk broke his silence with a cryptic Instagram story, saying, "Y'all believe anything these days, stay woke." This response did little to cool the situation and only raised more questions. Was he denying the allegations? Was he saying the whole thing was blown out of proportion? Or was he suggesting the fan had ulterior motives? And then, just when things seemed to settle down, something huge happened. A leaked video surfaced, bringing the controversy back into the headlines. Just when it seemed like the situation was calming down, a new angle of the altercation surfaced online, and what it revealed completely changed everything. This new video did not come from the shaky, unclear footage that was shared earlier. Instead, it was from a closer, clearer angle, showing the entire incident from start to finish. The shocking part? It did not match the stories everyone had been talking about. So, what did the leaked video actually show? Unlike the previous clips, which were grainy and hard to follow, this one captured the fan approaching Kirk aggressively. But here's the twist: Kirk did not make the first move. Instead, it seemed that the fan was the one who made things physical first by reaching toward Kirk's arm or shoulder in a way that could be interpreted as grabbing or pulling him. When security stepped in, Kirk's reaction seemed more like a defensive move rather than an attack. He did push back, but it was not as extreme as people had originally thought. This new footage completely shifted the public perception of what happened. The reaction from the internet was huge. The release of this new video caused a divide like never before. Half of the audience stood by Kirk, saying, "See? He was attacked first." This whole thing got blown up for nothing. The fan had no business getting in his personal space like that. The other half, however, was not convinced. They argued that it did not matter who reached out first. Kirk is a public figure, and he should have handled the situation better. They pointed out that Kirk was much bigger than the fan and that he could have walked away instead of reacting. People also debated whether security was too slow and why Kirk did not just ignore the fan completely. Then, the fan responded again, but this time, their energy was different. After the new footage came out, the fan went live once more, but their tone had changed. They acknowledged that the situation might have been misunderstood, but they still insisted, "I was just trying to get his attention. I wasn't trying to hurt him or anything like that." The security overreacted, and so did he. This left many people confused. Was the fan offering a soft apology? Were they trying to avoid legal trouble now that the truth was coming out, or were they sticking to their story while trying to save face? The media storm did not die down, and soon Kirk had to address the new footage himself. After days of speculation and endless online debates, he chose to speak out. But instead of a random social media post, Kirk decided to release a well-produced video statement. This move made it clear that he was serious about setting the record straight. Kirk's response was calm and thoughtful. He did not jump onto Instagram Live for an emotional rant. Instead, he carefully sat in a dimly lit room, looking frustrated but controlled. The video opened with him taking a deep breath, preparing himself to speak. His tone was different from the fans' outbursts. It was a controlled response aimed at clearing his name and shutting down false stories. In the video, Kirk addressed the situation in 3 main points. First, he emphasized that he never attacked anyone. He confirmed that the fan reached for him first, which made him instinctively react in defense. He pointed out that celebrities often deal with large crowds, but there are boundaries that should never be crossed. He made it clear that he did not know if the fan was going for a handshake, a hug, or something more aggressive, so he had every right to defend himself. Second, Kirk defended his security team. Some people had criticized his security for being too aggressive, but Kirk stood by them. He explained that their job was to protect him, especially in unpredictable situations. He reminded everyone that we've seen many incidents where celebrities were caught off guard by unruly fans, and the consequences were serious. He even referenced past incidents where celebrities were attacked unexpectedly, proving that his security did exactly what they were trained to do. Third, Kirk addressed the hate he had been receiving online. He admitted that he was not perfect, but refused to let the internet twist the story into making him seem like a villain. He reminded his audience that people love to create drama, even when they do not know the full story. He even called out media outlets for using sensationalized headlines that did not reflect the truth. After Kirk's video was posted, the response was massive. People flooded the comments and opinions began to shift. Some applauded him for handling the situation professionally, saying things like, "You can tell he's tired of the nonsense. He didn't have to explain himself, but I respect him for setting the record straight." Others remained skeptical, arguing that he only responded because the leaked footage cleared him. They questioned why he did not speak up sooner and still felt that he could have handled it better. The debate raged on, but the drama did not stop there. Just when it seemed like the situation was calming down, the fan was not about to let Kirk have the last word. Within hours of Kirk's video, the fan posted a new response, claiming, "I ain't buying it. He's just trying to clean up his mess because he knows he messed up." The fan even challenged Kirk to a public conversation, saying they would be willing to sit down face-to-face to talk about what really happened. This challenge only reignited the online debates, and people became more divided than ever. Then, just when everyone thought the story was starting to fade, a shocking new twist emerged. Reports started circulating that the fan was considering taking legal action against Kirk Frost and his security team. This was no longer just about social media outrage, it was now a real legal matter. As things started to cool down, a new development emerged that made the situation even more intense. The fan at the center of the incident was reportedly meeting with lawyers to explore their legal options. Sources close to the fan shared that they were claiming to have been physically harmed during the altercation and were now suffering from emotional distress. The fan alleged that Kirk's security team used excessive force, leaving them feeling traumatized. They insisted that their only intention was to greet Kirk and that they never meant any harm. In a now-deleted Instagram post, the fan doubled down on their side of the story, saying, "I was just trying to show love, and now I'm getting attacked like I did something wrong. This isn't right, and I won't let it slide." They hinted that the video footage circulating online did not show the full story, suggesting that there was more to the situation than what people had seen. This situation took an even messier turn when some people started questioning whether this was a real lawsuit or just an attempt to get attention. Once news of the possible lawsuit broke, social media exploded with divided opinions, turning the already intense situation into a full-on debate. Some people strongly sided with the fan, arguing that celebrities and their security teams often take things too far when dealing with fans. They believed the fan was simply trying to interact with Kirk in a friendly manner, and the response from Kirk's security had been excessively harsh. These individuals felt that the celebrity culture often encourages a lack of accountability, especially when it comes to public interactions. Many pointed out that fans have the right to approach celebrities, and if they did so with good intentions, they shouldn't be met with force. On the other hand, many people believed the situation was just another example of a publicity stunt, with some arguing that the fan had intentionally provoked the altercation to gain attention and possibly profit from the controversy. These individuals saw the fan's behavior as calculated, and some even suggested that they were playing a game for social media fame and potential financial gain. The incident, after all, had gone viral, and many were quick to question whether the fan truly had genuine intentions or if they were simply trying to make the most of the situation. This theory gained traction, especially after the fans' statements on social media, where they appeared to play up their victimhood in a way that seemed suspiciously timed to coincide with the surge in public attention. Some suggested that the fan had been looking for a moment to grab the spotlight, knowing that interacting with a celebrity would likely result in an online firestorm. They argued that the fan was aware of the power of social media, where viral moments can translate into financial opportunities or even sponsorships. This perspective led some to believe that the fan wasn't just caught in an unfortunate series of events, but rather intentionally steered the situation toward confrontation, knowing the kind of attention it would generate. These users claimed that the fans' actions were meant to make them the focus of headlines, sparking public outcry and ensuring that they would have the upper hand in the ongoing drama. As one Twitter user wrote, "If you're that scared of fans, stay home. Kirk and his team went way too far. pointing out that the fans should have been more aware of the risks involved in approaching someone like Kirk in a public space. These critics felt that celebrities, while vulnerable to public interactions, had every right to protect themselves and that such incidents were bound to escalate when individuals didn't respect personal boundaries. They argued that the fans should have known better and that this was not a case of being mistreated, but rather a situation in which both parties played a role in the conflict. The public response to the incident reflected this division of opinion. While some defended the fans' actions as a plea for justice, others saw them as a clear attempt to exploit the situation. The idea that the fan might be hoping to score a quick payday from the controversy fueled a growing skepticism, as people began to question the motives behind the entire ordeal. With the lines between victimhood and opportunism blurred, the online debate only intensified, leaving many wondering whether there was more to the story than what met the eye. On the flip side, other users argued that the fan was out of line, and when you approach a celebrity, you have to expect certain consequences if you cross personal boundaries. One user countered with, "This fan is just looking for a check. If you run up on someone, expect consequences." They believed that Kirk had every right to react the way he did, especially since the fan's behavior seemed to cross a line by getting too physical. The notion that the fan was looking for a payout seemed to gain traction as the online conversation shifted. The public opinion was clearly split down the middle, with each side making compelling arguments for their views. The possibility of a real legal case only fueled the debate even more, as people on both sides speculated about the future of the lawsuit. Would the fan truly pursue legal action, or was this just a temporary spike in drama? Only time would tell, but the online world was watching closely, eager to see how the situation would unfold. Kirk, however, did not stay quiet for long. Once the lawsuit rumors started spreading, his legal team quickly stepped in, releasing a statement to make it clear that he was prepared to fight back. Kirk's lawyers stated that their client had every right to defend himself and that the fan's actions had been unpredictable and alarming. They even hinted that if the fan proceeded with legal action, they would countersue for defamation and damages. According to Kirk's team, the entire situation had been blown out of proportion, and they were not going to let false accusations ruin Kirk's reputation. One of Kirk's close associates also took to social media, saying, "Folks will do anything for a quick payday. Y'all better start watching who y'all let near y'all." Clearly, Kirk wasn't going to just accept the blame. He was ready to fight back. Things escalated even further when the fan's lawyer made an official statement, confirming that they were moving forward with legal action. During a press conference, the attorney said, "My client was physically and emotionally harmed in this incident. We believe Mr. Frost and his security team acted with unnecessary aggression, and we will be seeking justice." They also announced that they were filing a lawsuit for assault and battery, emotional distress, and negligence in crowd control. It was now official, the lawsuit was in motion, and this controversy was far from over. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get any crazier, an unexpected witness stepped forward, someone who had first-hand knowledge of what really happened. Who was this witness, and what did they reveal? Stay tuned, because this twist changed everything.